Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Golden Key English. I am so happy you are here with us today. It really brightens my day to imagine all of you listening from all over the world.
Hi, friends. I'm Brian, and I am also thrilled to be here. Kate, you seem very relaxed today. Did something good happen this morning? You have a very peaceful energy about you.
Oh, that is so sweet of you to notice, Brian. Actually, I just decided to take things slowly this morning. I made myself a nice cup of tea, sat by the window, and just watched the world wake up. It was a very simple moment, but it felt special.
That sounds absolutely lovely. I think we all need those slow moments, especially in our busy daily lives. It's easy to rush, but stopping to breathe is so important.
Exactly. And speaking of daily life, that brings us perfectly to our topic for today. We are going to talk about a word that we use constantly, every single day, but it can be a little bit tricky for learners because it has so many different feelings attached to it.
Oh, I think I know where this is going. Is it one of those words that changes its meaning depending on the situation? Those are my favorite kinds of topics because they really unlock the logic of English.
Bingo! Today, we're focusing on the word make. Now, Brian, when I say make, what's the first image that comes into your mind? Don't think about grammar, just tell me the feeling.
Let me think about that. When I hear make, I imagine my hands doing something. I see creation. I see myself building something or producing a result that wasn't there before. It feels active and productive.
I love that visualization. That is exactly right. Make is all about creation and result. But here's the hook, Brian. In many languages, the word for do and the word for make are the same word, so many learners get confused. They might say, I did a mistake, instead of I made a mistake.
Oh, right. That is such a common slip-up. And I totally get why it happens. If your native language uses one word for both, separating them in English feels unnatural at first. But once you feel the difference, it becomes so much easier.
Exactly. So today, we're not going to memorize a boring list of rules. We're going to look at make through the lens of daily life. We will explore how we make things happen from morning to night.
I love that approach. We'll walk through a typical day and see where make fits in. No stress, just feeling the language. By the end of this episode, you will have a much clearer picture of this essential verb.
That's our promise to you. So take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and get ready to create some new English connections. Let's unlock your English. This is Golden Key English. English. All right, let's start our journey through the day. Imagine your alarm clock just went off. I know it is not the best sound in the world. You open your eyes, you stretch your arms, and you step out of bed. What is the very first thing some people do to their bed?
Well, organized people fix their blankets and pillows. We say they make the bed. Now, this is interesting, Kate. We aren't building a new bed with wood and nails, so why do we use make here?
That is such a great question. You're right, we aren't building furniture, but think about the result. When you wake up, the bed is messy and chaotic. When you organize it, you are creating a state of order. You're creating a neat, finished look.
Ah, I see it. So make here is about creating a result of tidiness. You are changing the situation from messy to ready. That makes perfect sense. It's like you're creating the bed again for the day.
Precisely. And then you probably head to the kitchen. This is where make really shines. We use it for almost everything involving food and drink. We say make breakfast, make coffee, or make tea.
Right, and here the feeling of creation is very strong. You start with raw ingredients like eggs, bread, or coffee beans. You do something to them and you create a meal or drink. The result is something new.
Exactly. Compare that to the word do. We use do for general tasks or chores where we don't create a new object. For example, after you eat that delicious breakfast, you have dirty plates. We say, I have to do the dishes.
Ooh, that's a perfect contrast. Make breakfast creates the food. Do the dishes is just the process of cleaning them. You aren't creating new dishes, unless you break one.
Oh, let's hope we don't do that. But yes, that is the key difference. Make focuses on the product or the outcome. Do focuses on the activity itself. Let's look at another morning example. You're getting ready for work and you look in the mirror.
Ah, I know this one. Many people put on makeup, but we can also talk about the result. If you're changing your appearance, you're making yourself up or doing your makeup. Wait, actually, we usually say do my makeup, don't we?
Yes, that is a tricky one. We usually say do my hair and do my makeup because it's a routine task, like a chore. However, if you are creating a whole new look, you might say, I want to make a change to my style. See the difference? Make a change implies a new result.
I love that distinction. Do is for the routine, the maintenance. Make is for the shift, the new outcome. Okay, so we're dressed, we're fed, and now we're at work or school. This is where make gets really psychological.
Oh, absolutely. This is the abstract side of make. Think about your schedule. You need to meet someone. You don't do a plan, you make a plan. Why? Because the plan didn't exist before. You created it with your mind.
That is so true. And once you make a plan, you might have to make a decision. Again, you're processing options in your head and producing a final choice. The choice is the result. It's a mental creation.
You're explaining this beautifully, Brian. It's all about mental creation. And sometimes in that process, things go wrong. We make a mistake. We don't do a mistake.
This is a huge one for learners. I hear do a mistake very often. But if you think about it, a mistake is a result. It's something you accidentally created. You produced an error. So make fits the logic perfectly.
Yes, I made an error. I made a mess. I made a mistake. Even though they're negative things, they're still results of your actions. You brought them into existence. Now, let's talk about money. This is very common in daily life.
Money is a big topic. We work to earn money, and in English, we often say we want to make money. We don't say do money. That would sound very strange.
It would sound like you're counterfeiting it. When we say make money, we mean we are generating income. We are producing value that comes back to us as cash. It's the result of our labor.
Exactly. And with that money, we can make a purchase, or maybe we make a reservation for dinner. It feels like every time we set something in stone or finalize an arrangement, we use make.
That is a wonderful observation. Make often feels final. I made a choice. I made a promise. I made a deal. It feels solid, like you built a structure in your life.
Wow, built a structure in your life. That's a poetic way to put it, Kate. I really like that. It helps me feel the weight of the word. It isn't just a grammar rule, it's about commitment in creation.
Thank you, Brian. Let's try a quick contrast game to really lock this in. I'll give you a do sentence and you give me a related make sentence. Ready?
I'm ready. Bring it on. Let's see if I can keep up.
Okay, situation 1, cleaning the house. Sentence, I need to do the laundry. Now switch it to make.
Okay. How about I need to make the bed? Or maybe I need to make sure the house is clean.
Ooh, make sure. That's a brilliant one. Make sure means to verify or confirm. You're creating certainty. That's excellent. Okay, situation 2, business. Sentence, I did a lot of work today.
Okay, moving to make. I would say, I made a lot of progress today, or I made a great deal with a client.
Perfect. Do work is the activity. Make progress is the result. You moved forward. You created distance between where you started and where you are now.
That click just happened in my brain. Ah, it's so clear when you compare them side by side. Activity versus result. Process versus product.
Exactly. And sometimes make is about emotions. This is my favorite usage. If I give you a gift, Brian, how do you feel?
I feel happy. And I would say, Kate, you made me happy. You caused that emotion to exist inside me. You created happiness.
Yes, we use make with adjectives all the time. That movie made me sad, the traffic made me angry, this lesson makes me confident.
This lesson makes me confident. I hope our listeners are saying that right now. It's empowering to realize that you're the creator of these sentences. You're not just memorizing, you're building meaning.
Beautifully said. You know, there's one more make phrase that is very special for daily life. It's make time. We all say, I don't have time, but successful learners know they have to make time.
Ooh, that's deep. We can't actually manufacture minutes. We all have 24 hours. But make time means to carve it out, to prioritize. You create a space in your schedule for what matters.
Exactly. You're creating an opportunity, just like you are right now by listening to this podcast. You made time for English, and that's a huge success.
That's a great perspective. We're making an effort, and that effort will make a difference in your fluency. See, I just used 2 more.
You are on fire today, Brian. Make an effort and make a difference. Those are crucial. Make a difference means to have an impact, to change the result.
It really shows how positive this word is. It's about agency. It's about power. When you use make, you are the actor in your life. You're changing things.
That's inspiring. I think our listeners are ready to see this in a real conversation. We've broken it down, we've felt the difference, and now let's put it all together. Now, let's listen to a short, natural conversation. Imagine Brian and I are meeting for coffee on a busy Saturday. Listen for how many times we use make.
Hey, Kate. I am so sorry I'm late. I tried to make it here by 10, but the traffic was terrible.
Oh, don't worry about it. I know how busy the roads are. I just made ourselves a table reservation near the window. I also ordered some tea.
You are the best. I really need to make a plan to leave earlier next time. Anyway, how was your morning going? Did you make that phone call you were worried about?
I did. I finally made the call. And guess what? We made a deal. They agreed to everything.
Wow, that is fantastic news. That must make you feel so relieved.
It really does. It makes a huge difference to my stress levels. Now I can just relax and enjoy our coffee.
See? That was a totally normal conversation, but we used make about 6 times. Make it here, make a reservation, make a plan, make a call, make a deal, make a difference.
It flows so naturally, doesn't it? We didn't stop to think about grammar rules. We just focused on the results we were talking about. Getting here, securing a table, finishing a deal.
Exactly. And listeners, did you notice make it here? That is a cool phrase. It means to arrive or to succeed in reaching a destination. I made it.
Yes, that is a very common one. Now, before we wrap up, let's look at a common mistake. We touched on this earlier, but it is worth repeating. Brian, what do you often hear students say about friends?
Ah, yes. Sometimes I hear, I want to do new friends, or I want to find new friends. Find is okay, but do is definitely not right.
Right. We say make friends. Think about it. A friendship is a relationship you build. You create a connection. So, I want to make new friends is the perfect way to say it.
And don't worry if you say do friends by accident. People will understand you. But using make sounds so much warmer. It sounds like you were putting your heart into it.
Exactly. Mistakes are just proof that you're learning. Every time you correct yourself, you are making progress. See, there's that word again.
It's everywhere. Okay, listeners, now it's your turn. We want to give you a small challenge, a tiny task for today.
We want you to look at your day today. Find one thing you created or one result you produced. Write a simple sentence in the comments using make.
It could be anything. I made a sandwich. I made my bed. I made my mom smile. Keep it simple and personal. We love reading your stories.
Yes, please share them. We read every single comment. Remember, learning English is a journey. You don't have to be perfect today. You just have to keep moving forward.
That's it. Just 5 minutes a day makes a difference. You're doing great. Don't pressure yourself. Just enjoy the process of making your English better.
Thank you so much for listening today. Keep going, have fun, and speak English naturally.
See you next time, everyone. Bye.
Bye.